Rum is like the wild, wild west of spirits. It is a category of spirits that is made pretty much all over the world, and there's so many different brands out there. But in this video, I'm gonna be giving you my top 3 favorite rums for mixing and making cocktails. So since rum is such a varied category of spirits, in this video, I thought it'd be a little bit nicer if I split up each of my recommendations into almost like a category of rum. There are many, many categories of rum, so I won't be able to cover all of them, but hopefully these will give you at least a little bit of an idea of each of these categories. So the first rum I wanna talk to you about is Hamilton 86. Hamilton 86 is a Demerara rum from Guyana. This is probably the rum that I use the absolute most at my bar and restaurant, and it is an absolute workhorse. It comes in at under $20. I think I'm getting it for about $18 or $19 a bottle. It is a brand of rum that is beloved by tiki bartenders, and with Beach Bum Berry saying it's one of the only 6 types of rums you'll ever need. That's some pretty high praise. The other thing that I love about this brand is that it doesn't have any added sugar. Like a lot of rums, there is a lot of added sugar to basically make the rums more palatable and to sometimes hide a worse product using a little bit more sugar. But the Hamilton 86 does not have any of that. All right, let's give this one a little taste. So it's nice and dark. Oh yeah. So as you can see, it is an aged rum, so you get some of those barrel notes. You get some of that caramel, almost butterscotchy flavor, but because there's no added sugar, you get a good amount of bite and it's very robust, but in a very enjoyable way. It stands up beautifully in a cocktail, and pretty much any of the rum cocktails I have at my bar and restaurant use this. But Hamilton actually has a whole bunch of other different types of rum, such as their 151, which is a beautiful aged overproof rum that I like to use a lot in cocktails at my bar and restaurant. And they also have a Jamaican style pot still black rum, which is really, really good as well. But for Jamaican rums, I actually want to move on to the next one I want to talk to you about. And that one being the Appleton Estate Signature. Now, Appleton Estate has been around for a very long time, and they make some of the most well-known Jamaican style rums out there. And this bottle of the Signature, the reason why I love it is for a very simple reason. This bottle costs $17. $17. And what I love about it is that, yes, Appleton Estate makes some much higher end stuff that is gonna blow this out of the water. But for the price, if you're trying to run a bar program like I am, or if you just wanna make great cocktails at home, it is an excellent option for cocktails like the Mai Tai, the Jungle Bird, or any other cocktail that calls for an aged Jamaican rum, and you don't necessarily wanna break the bank. All right, let's give this one a little sip. Oh yeah. So it's a little bit lighter than the Hamilton 86, but you get notes of like dried apricot or peaches, but you still get a hint of that molasses, as well as that signature Jamaican funk that underlies the entire spirit. And if you're willing to spend just a little bit more on a bottle, you can get Smith & Cross, which is my absolute personal favorite Jamaican style rum. It runs around $30, but one very big key difference between, say, the Smith & Cross and the Appleton Estate Signature, outside of a lot of things, but in terms of the ABV, is that the Smith & Cross is a 57% ABV Jamaican rum. So it packs way more of a punch than the Appleton Estate. Oh, that's lovely. Whoa, it's really good. You get a lot of those fruity notes, you get that great Jamaican funk underlying it, and it still has that really amazing molasses flavor to it. An exceptional rum at an exceptional price, and honestly, it's amazing. I love this bottle. And lastly, I want to talk about white rums or light rums. And I have 2 options that I really enjoy that I've been using at my bar and restaurant. And first thing I want to talk about is Plantation 3-Star. Plantation is a rum company that's been around for a very long time. They've been coming under some scrutiny for their name, but I've been using them for a very long time. Their original dark is an incredible dark rum that I really enjoy using, and their 3-Star is a great white rum that I enjoy using in daiquiris, mojitos, and it's a quite good choice. And it's under $20 a bottle. It's very accessible for anybody wanting to make drinks. Now, there is a caveat here. There's a lot of claims that this has a lot of sugar added to it. And so I just wanted to put that out there for you folks to know as well. I don't use it as my well rum any longer, but I do think it is a pretty good rum, and it should be in consideration for that budget option. But the other one that I want to talk about is Flor de Caña 4-year extra dry. And this bottle runs about $20 to $25. So these two are in slightly different styles of rum. The Flor de Caña is in more of a Spanish style. It is a rum made in Nicaragua that is styled after this more dry style of rum. This is actually excellent in a daiquiri and a mojito, and it is very, very good. And is currently what I actually do use in my well for any mojito or any daiquiri that comes through my service bar. I think that the story behind Flor de Caña is incredible. They are committed to sustainability, and I really, really enjoy them, and I've been using them in my bar for quite a little while, and I think it makes for an excellent cocktail. Now, I know I said only 3 bottles of rum, and I've already gone through 4 of them, but I do have one more brand that I want to recommend. While it is a little bit more pricey, I think it is an exceptional, amazing brand of rum, and one that if you can get your hands on, I really, really recommend it. And that is Privateer. Privateer is a brand from Massachusetts that I've been in love with for quite a long time. It is made and bottled not all that far from me where I live, but I've used them for a very long time in a couple of different bars that I work in. One of the reasons why I love what they do is that they're very committed to their craft. The stuff that they make is of the highest quality. It's very highly regarded in the industry from folks who have tried it. They make a couple of different expressions. Their Reserve is their aged rum, and this one does cost a little over $40, so it's not the most accessible bottle of rum if you're trying to just make, quick cocktails. But they also actually have a white rum that is out of this world, and I'm actually going to be switching my well rum to the white rum that they make very shortly. The reason for that is that I want to support more local brands and more local products, and their white rum only runs about $28. I don't have a bottle with me right now because I ran through it very, very quickly, but their aged rum is absolutely amazing. They also make a Navy Yard, which is their barrel proof rum, which is about 60% ABV. Their Reserve is about 45. All right, let's give this one a little taste. Oh, so good. You get some great barrel notes right up front, that caramelly butterscotchiness. The molasses taste just comes right through. And honestly, it just tastes very, very clean. It is super smooth, and you could sip this on its own as well as putting it in a cocktail. I like to put it in an Old Cuban, which is one of my favorite rum cocktails, and this just shines in it. It's just absolutely exceptional. But no matter which one of these brands that you go with, they all have different applications, and I think you'll be really well off regardless of which one of these you go with. But rum can be a little bit complex, so if you want to learn more about rum and the different styles, I have a whole other video that you can check out right here next.